Web-based communities. Web-based communities. What is a community? Community is nothing more than a group of individuals who share common locality and interests. So, what drives us to form communities? And I think it's in our nature. It's in our nature to form groups, and it's in our nature to strive for mental health. So, in order for us to be happy, we form these groups based on locality and common interests. Common interest can be defined or defined as like entertainment, movies, any of these things, music, friends, this social niche, this need to form a social niche. Now, there's this new thing called the web, an internet community, more specifically towards YouTube. And why is it that we as a culturally speaking, why we created this new niche? And I believe that it's because of our day and age. Everything is so fast paced. We don't have time for anything. So we're always on the go. So the internet was designed to be on the go. Wherever we are, we can access the web and access our friends through YouTube, access our ideas, and get feedback. So then, does this feedback, does this form of interaction take away the interaction or substitute the interaction we've always known, which is that physical interaction? How will this substitute that? And I'm hoping no, because like I said before, we're highly social animals, and we need that social interaction, that physical interaction. That's what we need. And it's hard to say that it's obsolete. Now, whether it's good or bad, I think it's both, because we should use it as is, a tool, as an aid, not as something that's going to be absolute, something that will take over. You can't. I don't think anything could ever substitute that physical need, that physical contact for interaction. That's why I think it's good and bad, because it could be good in the right hands, it could be bad in the wrong hands. This is very movie-like, I guess. Good or bad, in good or bad hands. But the way we can analyze the situation, and it's worth mentioning, is by being knowledgeable about it. Being responsible is directly proportional to being knowledgeable, skeptic, and conclusive. We need to form our own opinions, and that way decide for ourselves whether we're giving it the appropriate use or not. Now, another issue to bring up here is the issue of authenticity. And authenticity in terms of the individual, not as a group, but relating to that group. Now, authenticity, how do we know when someone is being real on the web? And not just on the web, because this is a big issue, not just only there, but also in the physical world. When we meet a person for the first time, we don't know them, so we question their authenticity. But I think that in the physical world, there's this big factor, and it's body language. Body language is divided in two subparts as well, which is trust and a sense of security. Now, those cues, that body language that I get from someone when I meet them for the first time, I'm questioning the authenticity. But at the same time, I'm looking at the body cues, body language, things that I can't really explain, but I just know them, and you just get this sense of feeling. And it's those body cues. Now, when it comes to trust, you learn to trust someone based on those cues. You learn how to recognize based on that body language. So once you meet someone and they pass your authenticity test, you start forming this trust. that is based on body language, and it starts building on this. It's a building block. Now, the sense of security, I feel secure about my recognition because it's something that's in me. I sense this, so I'm secure about my reaction, my conclusion. Now, on a web-based community, it falls off because you don't have that body language. You can't. It's hard to form a trust because in the back of your head, you're always doubting. Not to say that you can't trust, but it's longer. It's delayed. This sense is all delayed. It's harder for us to recognize because of this delay. I construct a video, and it gives me that gap where I can edit. I can edit myself. Therefore, I can edit my authenticity and that presentation of me. And we do that in the physical world too, but it's a lot harder to do because you're put on the hot seat, you're put on the spot. So your reaction time is very small, so you're a lot more open. But on the internet, on a video blog, it's deliberately constructed, same as everything else, but you have a bigger chance of constructing yourself. I think that I do agree with OC5 in the sense that we have to question everything. At least that's what I got from him. Questioning everything is essential because it allows us to form our own conclusions about something and give it the right use because we're aware of its pros and its cons. But in order to be skeptic and conclusive, we have to be knowledgeable. We have to know what we're talking about. It's ignorant to think to condemn something without knowing anything about it. We need to balance out its good and its bad, and then we can form a conclusion. At least my conclusion now is that it's good and bad, and we need to learn more about it in order to be able to give an accurate definition for it and an accurate use. YouTube community, I think, is great because it gives you that short run point of view, but in the long run, I think that it will never substitute the physical connection.